After last year's devastating Skirball fire in the Sepulveda Pass, investigators determined it started in a homeless encampment. Many residents have since demanded the city do more to reduce the fire danger from these campsites. The NBC4i team is looking into the city's response. And investigative reporter Eric Leonard is in the newsroom now with why the city's inaction could cost taxpayers millions of dollars. Eric.
Well, Carolyn, those millions of dollars could be in the form of civil liability should a new brush fire be traced to one of the homeless encampments that the city knows exists. Firefighters have mapped out the locations of many of these camps, and some residents told us they're furious the city has not forced the campers to pack up and move out.
A fresh footpath can be seen winding up a hillside close to where the Skirball fire started.
There was an encampment. It appeared as if it had been there for some time. People were likely sleeping and cooking there.
It burned for more than a day. It chewed through 442 acres, destroyed 6 homes, and damaged a dozen others. But for a variety of reasons, the city says it has not forced people camping to leave those same brush areas.
With one flip of an ash, it could have started it up again.
This Bel Air homeowner, whose street was evacuated and was afraid to have her face shown or name used,
You could see the flames on the ridge line.
says she reported a homeless person smoking in the canyon behind her house a few days after the Skirball fire.
It seems to me that as we come into another fire season, that the exposure is still out there, and it's still something that's a huge concern.
After the Skirball fire, LA sent firefighters to map the locations of camps. Outreach workers were sent out, but the city has not enforced trespassing and other laws that could force the campers to leave. Some of the campsites mapped last January are still occupied, like this one along Laurel Canyon Boulevard in Studio City. And it's the city's knowledge of where these sites exist that legal experts say could lead to a huge bill for taxpayers.
They know that a situation exists, and they're not enforcing their laws. They're allowing it to perpetuate.
Civil attorney Brian Kabateck, who's also the president of the LA Bar Association, says the mere fact that the city has a list of encampment sites could put taxpayers on the hook for damages if another fire starts in a known site and it burns homes.
And for the mayor simply to say, we're just going to know where they are and track them and keep them isn't enough, and it's going to end up being leading to liability for the city.
Mayor Garcetti told us in August he's not worried about the potential legal liability.
Look, I'd rather know where folks are and do everything we can. And on high fire risk days, we now have a policy to go out there and to ask people to get out of those places.
Now, as we reported yesterday, the mayor's office says it's unable to enforce trespassing laws on some city-owned land because not enough no trespassing signs have been installed. The mayor's office says it's working on a better solution than this. It says it knows residents in these brush fire hazard zones are very worried. Back to you.